Alright, what's good YouTube? Back at it with another reaction video, and in today's video we are going to be reacting to Zero Survival Instincts. I don't know what this is about. It has something to do with anime. The thumbnail was Gojo and the guy from the time I got reincarnated as a slime. So it should be a good video. It's probably about overpowered people. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed so far. We're at 15 subscribers right now, but I know we're gonna get to 100 subscribers. I appreciate everybody who's been watching the videos all the way through and liking and commenting. I promise you, it really goes a long way. But without any more yap sesh, let's get straight into the video.
In every form of media, there's one thing you always notice: the grunts, the minions, the nameless henchmen, the disposable soldiers, the faceless goons. And no matter what they're up against, they could be staring into the eyes of Kratos himself with the goatee and won't hesitate to swing. Now, the main reason why this thought came to mind is because I was scrolling through TikTok, seen this fire edit of Rimuru, and then it all came back to me. Why are y'all testing this man? I get he's just a slime, the weakest monster, but I feel like if that weakest monster was able to unite all creatures who, by the way, were known for killing each other, united them.
It's so funny, I still have not watched this. I gotta go watch this. Let me know down in the comments if you watched Reincarnated Slime and if it's really good like that, like how people say it is. But I heard it's good.
From scratch, from the dirt and mud. He started off in a shed, and it wasn't like they were just walking around doing nothing. Nah, they were working, divided into different work groups. Like, imagine this: lions, bears, gorillas, all one day just started walking on 2 feet, started speaking English, a whole nation filled with that. And now they can think like humans, but paired with that intelligence is their monster instincts. And one man was responsible for that evolution. So would you look at that man and say, oh yeah, I just know he a bitch?
What?
That don't even sound right. Also, Rimuru's nation is built in Jura's forest, which is where Veldora the Storm Dragon was. And him being there was the exact reason niggas left that place alone. He was sealed. No one wanted to shake the boat. Didn't even want to risk breaking it. So the fact that he built there, honestly, you could look at it 2 different ways. You might think he's an idiot, or that he's like that. But then he became allies with the Dwarven Kingdom, built roads for trade, and he did all that within a couple of months. Building a nation would take decades. He did that shit on a whim. He said, fuck it, might as well. And I say all this because people still try to test him. They were really on some I hate you nigga, let's die. Didn't believe monsters should have anything. So these 3 pulled up. Whole time they had someone on the inside who snaked us, created a barrier that, for one, stops all communication, so they can't call Rimuru because he was away. 2, you can't get out. And 3, it weakens all monsters.
Damn, so like
Unk got
on
cooked.
some
Got
so on some Gojo shit.
Got cooked.
Or
Shion
the guys
goat
from
fucking died, as well as dozens of other citizens. And that's when Rimuru got back, seen that, said, I bet. That kingdom sent 20,000 soldiers to finish the job, but that shit was baby food, nigga. Barbecue chicken, free eats, and not just for him. Benimaru ate swell too. They killed his sister. He was out for blood. And those first initial 3 that pulled up, handled. Unk got his get back for that fight, if you want to call it that. So dude's ability was putting things in extreme slow motion, so he really sat there and watched his own head get cut off. The other guy killed the girl to gain more power, but that did absolutely nothing. Deadass just got beat to a pulp. And now Rimuru simply annihilated everyone. Got straight headshots, and now look at the king, yo bitch ass, crying. You had all the signs to avoid this man, and you ignored it. And you know what's crazy? He was granted a chance to speak and still try to act like that king title mattered. Took that boy's arm. So then the great sage told Rimuru, hey, you know you only killed like 5,000 people, right? So he turns around and took the soul of everyone else there. And with
damn, bro, it's like that one friend who be like, bro, they caught us, bro. They caught us, bro. That's exactly how you just acted, bro. You just like, oh, you only killed 5,000 of my men.
Those bodies, he evolved into a demon lord. So you invading the monster nation just upped our power rank tenfold. The very nation you hated got a crazy buff thanks to your efforts. Dumbass. And the next one is low-key an obvious pick.
Is the time I got reincarnated as a slime still going, or is over?
Jogo. It's funny because in most situations he is the furthest away from a grunt, but he just decides to scuffle with the most powerful beings known to man.
Nah,
You
facts.
have no reason to fight Gojo, the man who's glazed by the world, even glazed by the narrator. He has fourth wall break glaze, and you thought it was okay to fight him? The entire population has tried to counter this move and they all failed. It was proven to be unstoppable. Not to Satoru Gojo, of course. Like, the signs were there. Geto even told you, yeah, you're strong, but that man will kill you. Don't try to find him, and you
He's fast, but not faster than Satoru Gojo.
know what he proceeds to do, went and fought Gojo. And if the guy you're trying to kill cracks a smile, that should have been your first sign. You're out of your league, buddy. You're hitting him with all types of combos just for him to brush it off, and then mid-scuffle gave you a detailed lesson on how his powers worked, interlocked fingers, ping-ponged your shit, hit you with red, started hawking you down the forest, and after he laid you out, a mouth open in the river, he said, wait a minute, my students should see how bad I'm finna whoop your ass.
Nah, bro. That is how it
Allows
went,
you
bro.
to pop your domain just so he can show you that he can counter it.
Infinite void.
Proceeded to pull your head off with a smile on his face. He is lucky Hanami was able to save him. And for this next one, we're not talking about anime. I just rewatched the Batman warehouse scene and I forgot how crazy that show was. And just look at the first mistake these guys made. When has Batman ever walked through the front door? And why would he start now? These guys must be the new hires. They forgot to send the supervisors with them. Y'all been doing this for how long and think Batman's gonna ring the doorbell, knock on a door, asking permission to enter?
Nah,
So
facts.
he breaks through the floor, puts a mini bomb on everyone's guns, and after that, y'all should have left. Trying to fight Batman hand to hand is like trying to block a nuke. What's the point? But what makes this even worse is that this Batman is a killer. He grappled the guy's shoulder, brought him in, and caved in his chest. He can't breathe no more. There's a hole where his lungs should be.
No,
And look at
facts.
this idiot. First of all, your entire squad is in this room and you want to throw a grenade?
What?
Sure. But the fact that you waited for Batman to turn around and do something is nuts. Now you and your homeboy's dead. And I will say this is the closest we'll get to a live action Arkham Batman. Like, look, a 180 up and over rock bottom. What do you even call that move? And look at this guy. He said, oh shit. Saw his homeboy get hit with a finisher. He regretted every action
Would you have to go up against Batman or Zorro?
that led to this day. And I'll never understand what goes through these grunts' mind, because you just saw him pull off that move while fighting 3 people. Instead of reloading your gun, because there's no way you just have one clip, you decide to pull out knives. But you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you thought he got lucky. After all, there's like 20 of y'all, right?
Now I'm hitting Batman with the whole 30, bruh. I gots to. If I want to win, I know I gotta hit him with the whole 30.
But I feel like after he grabbed this guy's head, slammed it on the box, and then proceeded to use that same box, cracking that nigga's skull with it like
I would've
he's
left.
dead. The
Yeah,
man
he's
was wearing a
definitely dead.
beanie and the blood still went through. There's no chance he's alive. I told y'all, this Batman is out for blood. And then he purposely walks into a 1v4. And I want you to pay attention to this guy right here in the brown jacket and count the amount of times he could have escaped his demise. Off rip, backhand, get your ass out of here. He comes back and you know what? Sure, you ain't get hit hard enough yet. So then he gets a mouthful of elbow, and you would think getting smacked 5 feet across the room, you have a change of heart.
Nah,
like,
facts.
oh shit, maybe I should just not fight the Batman anymore. I got spared 2 times. I think it's a sign to turn my life around. But no, he comes back again. And then after witnessing his homeboy get whiplash, he comes back again, and Batman finally put him down. He was given 3 chances to avoid bodily harm and chose to ignore every single one. And then Batman chose to break this man's neck. Dreadhead runs in to do absolutely nothing, got 3 big booms to the back of his cranium, and honestly, this is the smartest goon Gotham has. The only one to aim for Batman's head. It's unfortunate that it's armored, but it's the heart that counts. And you cannot make
But that
this
should
up.
have
The
made
guy
his,
is
like,
back for the 5th time. Why are you so determined to die? And I'm like 97% positive Batman is annoyed at this point. Look how he turned around. And I gotta mention, his theme song fits perfectly. I felt no sense of hope, no justice. This was a song for a villain. Then the guy behind decided he'd prefer to live life without teeth, and then gets thrown back first into the wall. And till this day, I have no clue what Batman did to this nigga. I don't think he was fighting to save Martha anymore. This was a personal vendetta. And since we're already on the topic of Batman, we might as well talk about this. Absolute Batman. I've been told to read this for a while now, so I just read issue 1. The name Batman hasn't been fully established yet. It's still something that's just floating in the wind. Now the thing with this comic is that everything that you're used to and know about the Batman story, yeah, just go ahead and forget about it. Nothing's the
What's
same.
your favorite Batman movie down below? Do I have a favorite? I'm trying to think about all the Batmans. I might just go with the classic, the one, The Dark Knight.
Bruce isn't some orphan that inherited his parents' wealth. He's a normal nigga. Kinda. Alfred isn't his butler, he's a seasoned mercenary. Now, there's this group called the Party Animals who's going around raising havoc, even ripping the skin off people's faces and wearing them as masks. Now,
That's
of course,
crazy.
Bruce not gonna allow that shit to go down in the city, so the next time they show themselves, he was there. This dude was perched upside down on the building. This guy emptying a Draco. This one has an Uzi and all that did nothing. He drops down and just look at the size of those quads. All that weight dropped on that man's chest. That shit is caved in. His ribs are inside out. And then they gonna sit here and tell me he's still alive too. But now take a look at the second guy. He grabs him with a cape and tossed him into the second story window.
I don't know why they trying to leave Batman as is, like, just like with Spider-Man. Like, bro, I done seen Spider-Man drop niggas off the top of buildings, and you claim that he's just a good hero who's not trying to kill nobody, bro. Stop it. You can't be that.
Talking about some wait, now your right lung is now punctured. Slammed him straight into that pole. He's single-handedly fighting an army, and that was only the first wave. And Alfred is watching all this unfold, by the way. His boss told him to gather evidence and only engage if completely necessary. If I was him, I'd make sure to stay away. I am not engaging no matter what. He took all of them down, leaving a trail of bodies. And of course, you got the Broly built nigga that thinks he can stand a chance.
This hand has killed more people than you can count. Now I'm going to give you one chance. Get the fuck out of our way.
He pulls out a machete. Batman says, okay, and nigga, I got one of those too. And proceeds to chop his hand off. And look at what he says. I hear they can reattach them sometimes. There's a hospital 3 blocks south of here. Or is it east? I can't seem to remember all of a sudden. But I'd run. And then proceeds to use their own line against them. This Batman looks like he just wanna hurt niggas. Violence first, heroics later. Now the rest of the minions has some sense. Only thing they can do is run. But Alfred made sure they wasn't getting far. He had bombs set up under the staircase. Alfred, whoever that is, you are to engage. Copy. Had him at point blank range, boasting about this 1 of 3 rare shotgun that can splatter his brain. Fuck up talking to me. Took his gun and disappeared. He just dug all in your pockets. So after that day, Alfred started following him. He already knew his identity. He already knew Bruce was behind the mask. He was just waiting for the perfect time to strike. Honestly, probably wasn't too hard to find him. How many people you know who's built like that? The nigga's quads are the size of a tire. It's not hard. But right when he pulled up, he sees Batman aiming the shotgun directly at his skull. Oh, come on, kid. Just give me the gun. This ain't your body. Now, it does say he altered the gun to make it non-lethal.
Nah, bro. I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
Close.
That
At
ain't.
the end of the day, it's still a shotgun.
Exactly.
You can say non-lethal all you want, but staring down the barrel, if not dead, you for sure rattled his brain. He might wake up speaking.
That's what I'm saying. When they shot Batman in the back of the head, I'm like, bro, that shit should have bounced off of his helmet, and his skull should have bounced off of that helmet.
And I know Alfred isn't a minion, but when it comes to fighting Batman, he might as well be. He did him dirty every single time. After he got shot point blank, Batman deadass gave the gun back, tossed on the floor, pretty much said, nigga, I don't need this. But not only that,
boy looking like
he took his bike. We are on the 90th floor. How is it even? Why is it even up here? You let this man rob you twice, and to make it even worse, he hit you with the one-liner. You're not the only one who follows people. And then to add even more to it, he drives through the window because embarrassing him wasn't enough. He needed to ore farm too. He used his cape to glide down with the bike. What can you even do after experiencing that? This
What the hell that
had to
cape
have
made out
been
of?
the worst week of his life. Take the walk of shame, get a tub of ice
Yeah.
cream, eat your sorrows away. This shit was this was nigga, this was bad. But
That's like pulling up on your ops with a game plan to beat him with a bat or something like that, and he take the bat from you, break that bitch in half, and just start whooping your ass.
the next on the list is Wolverine. We gonna take this one back to the X2 movie when Stryker had his grunts invade the mansion. Now fighting Batman, I can
I love the Wolverine movies. I love Wolverine as a character. Pause. No Diddy. No none of that. But Wolverine was my favorite character as a kid. The first Wolverine movie was good, where when they showed him getting his powers, and then he ended up fighting Deadpool. But before he was Deadpool, he was just still Wade what's his name, Wade Weathers or something like that, Wayne Weathers or some whatever. Excuse me, whatever Deadpool's name was. But I like that movie. But my favorite movie of all time from Wolverine was the one where he had to fight the samurai. That was my favorite Wolverine movie.
somewhat not really understand. Batman at the end of the day is mortal. He can technically be killed. But
Exactly.
Wolverine will not. If I was one of those soldiers and Stryker told me to invade the X mansion, I'm telling him fuck
Yeah,
you. Don't
no-
Wolverine live there? I'm not entering any establishment with that man in it. If he wasn't there, maybe. Wolverine is the only one there I know for certain will kill you. The others is 50-50. They might just hit you really hard. Wolverine will stab you in your chest, yelling dead in your face. I'm not going for that. But oh, they have these darts that knocks people out. But like, come on. Any poison, anesthesia, or whatever is a coin flip using it on him. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm not taking that risk. We can even
Exactly.
take it to the 2013 Wolverine
I
movie.
love this
Now,
movie.
I don't remember exactly if the grunts knew his healing factor was weakened, but I feel like after the first encounter, when he tanked a point blank shotgun, something should have ringed in your head like, hey,
Yeah.
even when weakened, I can't hang with him. Maybe, just maybe I should just go home. But nah, they decided to follow him on the train, where he tanks a bullet, tanks 2 stabs to the back, and still handle them. So let's cut to where he pulls up on his village area. The final boss is in that castle, and I can't fully blame the grunts here because they didn't know he got his healing factor back until the actual fight starts, and because they do actually win this encounter only because he got dumbed down for plot. But the moment he got slashed on the face and it healed, y'all should have immediately went to plan B. Fighting Wolverine head on is like purposely walking into a semi-truck. Like, why are y'all playing on bikes? What is that gonna do? They tried trapping him in a net like he doesn't cut through metal every movie, and I swear they be getting him mixed up for someone else. This man does not care about your well-being. He tossed
Exactly.
this guy into the snowblower. Like, I see that. I'm hiding in one of the houses, real shit. 30 seconds later, he grabs that bike and smacked the dude with it. And after looking through some of these movies, I just now realized Wolverine is an ore farmer. He sees that they're surrounded, so you know what he does? Pulls out a cigar and blew the truck up. Made sure to turn around real slow. And he really wasted that cigar too. He took one puff and threw it on the ground. Now, the only reason I say him losing this encounter is nonsense is because they start shooting these harpoon arrows at him, right? After the first 3, he just completely gave up on taking them out, cutting them off, just continued running in a straight line.
What?
No ducking in between alleyways, no cutting through buildings, just kept going straight. Then
Yeah,
got
fact.
hit with poison, which is why he got knocked out, but he could have avoided that. But the next one isn't a movie or a superhero. We're kind of taking a different approach. Nicole Watterson. Everyone that isn't her, I consider a grunt. So in the first season, Gumball was getting bullied by Tina. Anais, being a W sister, calls her line and told her, hey, stop picking on my brother.
We seen the same clip in the Rage Baiter video. If you watch it, you know what I'm talking about.
But that immediately turned into a word. Matter of fact, just for that, pull up tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'm finna beat his ass now. So everything just got worse. And for the rest of the episode, they were trying to figure out a way to avoid the fight or just tank the beating. That's until Nicole found out. She ain't waste no time. The second she heard that, she got in the whip, pulled up to the crib, and I don't know who Tina thinks she is trying to run us down, told her to sit, walked up to her pops and whooped his ass in his own house. Now, after this incident, I'm expecting everyone to know what's up. The hierarchy has changed. The teachers were even scared to help Gumball when they found out Tina was involved. So the one who beat her dad, avoid at all costs.
No,
But
facts.
clearly they didn't get the message. Cause for some reason, folks thought it was a good idea to take over the Waterson's house. Started running amok, doing whatever they
It's so funny. Why is this man even here? Didn't she take his soul? Bro, why are you're disrespecting her house and she's the one that took your soul, bro? And why is your face from yo, they're tripping.
wanted. Even got kicked out of the crib when they told him to get out. So that's when Nicole comes home. And this dude had the audacity to say, or what? Gave that boy the penance stare. Everyone got to work real quick. And you would think her family will understand the most, but even they be trying her. Yeah, at the end of the day, she's still your mom, your wife, but even so, when she's in a bad mood, it's best to be on your best behavior. And if you're black, I know you remember these words vividly, or at least some variation of it. Don't be acting a fool when we get up in the store, and that's exactly what they were doing. Acting a damn
That's what I
fool.
be thinking.
She sent them to the car like 3 times. One of those times, Richard came back trying to assert dominance, but she just looked at him, conqueror's hockey. And they just kept coming back, and it got so bad that she snapped on this lady who was just trying to offer her a massage. But the
Nah, that was deserved though. Cause she fucked her up.
worst mistake Richard made was the fact that he took his kids shoplifting, all because they wanted some candy. Funniest part was, this security guard brought them
What did I say? What did I say? Did that other episode you just seen was after this episode? So you're telling wrong button. You're telling me bro came back for more basically. Watch what happens to man.
to Nicole like she was the law enforcement. But at this point, she fully snaps, chasing Richard throughout the entire store. The same security guard, for some reason, decides to tase her. So she quite literally proceeds to kill the man, took his life force.
This happens to you. This exactly what's happening to this man happens to you. Are you gonna go and mess up that person's house?
Away.
She turned him old. She took the color out of his
Now you
body.
gotta sit there and perish inside a Walmart, all because you couldn't mind your business. Now, I don't know
Exactly,
what she was
bro.
gonna do to Richard, but lucky for him, she found herself. And we can even bring up some of her other feats too, like having a literal anime fight.
Again, we
conjuring
seen
up
all this in the raid
Kamehamehas,
bait.
or like the
Or-
what if moment if she never
yeah.
met Richard, so she became the emperor of the world or some shit. Or when Larry, the guy who works every job in the town, quit, went from a peaceful place to a damn purge. And I brought this up because Nicole quite literally whooped everyone's ass and then killed the balloon. That balloon was a child, by the way, if you didn't know. But the last entry on the list is really just the entire game, The Last of Us, specifically part 2. Tommy and Ellie treated Seattle like their hunting grounds. So after the death of Joel, they both set out to get revenge. We never actually see Tommy do anything, we just see that after.
I don't know much about
One
The
of
Last
ones
of Us
who killed
series, sorry to say.
Dead, tied to a chair. Turn the corner, we see another guy, dead, also strapped to a chair. Also, at some point when you gotta play as Abby, you see the sheer amount of bodies their side laid to rest. Half of those by Tommy. We also gotta see Manny bitch ass get put down. That was the only person in Abby's group that I actually hated. Then afterwards, Ellie does end up getting captured. Wakes up to this dude all up in her face. Now, if he was smart, he would have killed her immediately. He recognized her too. He deadass said, oh yeah, the guy we killed up in Jackson, yes, she was there. And I'm pretty sure she said like 5 times that she was gonna kill us. And somehow she tracked us down here, but everything's under control. He even stopped the other dude who was gonna kill her, and you know what that got him? A bullet to the back and a knife to the neck. And they proceed to escape the building, whether you shot your way out or snuck your way out. Me personally, no one was escaping that day. I was doing it for Joel. And there's multiple sections of the game in between the main kills where she is taking down platoons of soldiers running through every rank, all by herself, by the way. And even when Jesse pulls up, when they're trying to escape with the car, she is shooting out the back of the window, taking heads off shoulders. Mind you, Ellie is doing all this with Tommy doing the same shit on the other block. Those two single-handedly took down a quarter of their army. If I was the leader, I'm handing Abby over.
No
I
facts.
realized my wrongs. I made a
Just like,
severe mistake. I should
just like when they were disrespecting Clem in The Walking Dead, bruh. Y'all better know who y'all playing. It's Clem Dog, bruh. Stop
have never
playing.
let Abby leave the nest. And for my wrongdoings, I offer her and her friends in hopes that'll resolve my failure. That would have been the correct response. Order all your troops to allow passage. There's no reason a human being should be able to take down groups of trained soldiers equipped with guns using a damn bow and arrow. And when they got a lead on Nora's whereabouts, one of Abby's friends that were there when they killed Joel, she left that same minute. Dina was like, yo, at least wait for Jesse to wake up. No, not waiting for that boy, I'm leaving. So on her way, she runs into the soldier who was just chilling. Ellie says, hey, where's Nora? She gonna tell us exactly
She got the
where
PSV
she
in
is.
her hand.
Nora, yeah, she's in the hospital right now clearing the upper floor, so when you get there, take 2 lefts and then a right. The doorknob is broken, so look for the door that's cracked if you forget the directions. Like, she didn't even try to lie. Then she tries to attack Ellie like, dude, she's looking directly at you. That shit was not gonna work. You gave up Nora's location for no reason. The way this
Is that Hope from All American?
usually works is that when you
Or
give
Precious,
information,
Precious.
you might get to live. So when Ellie let the blade up, instead of trying to stab her, you should have created some distance. I'm
No
not saying you
facts.
gotta let her leave, but at least give herself better odds. So she finally gets to Nora, and Nora decides to antagonize her by saying, oh, do you still hear her screams?
What?
I do. Yeah, that little bitch got what he deserves. See, like, now we have to kill you. Had us running throughout the building until they fell into this pit of spores. And bro, the red room scene with the music in the back, and Nora was like, wait, how are you breathing in spores? You're her. I had the constant stank face the entire time. This scene was so tough. So Ellie asked, where's Abby, and why would she tell her anything? She inhaled spores. She's dead anyway, right?
Because I can make it quick. Or I can make it so much worse.
And she deadass beat the info out of her. I also want to mention this is the only scene the HBO series did justice. Everything else about that show is ass. So then we cut to the end of the game when Ellie is closing in on Abby. She ends up getting caught in a trap, stabbed in the side, so she's injured. She passes out. These 2 guys pull up, cuts her down. Goofy ass got too close to the clicker, so Ellie says,
Something funny?
Oh, bitch.
so this dumbass is gonna take her towards the clicker, somehow got reversed, so now he's getting bit up, so Ellie takes his gun and shoots the other dude. Lost to an injured Ellie losing blood, y'all are sorry. But at the same time, that's
Sorry
my
as
goal, I
hell.
expect nothing less.
Clem Dog,
So
bruh.
it's been a while. You know, it was December, family. You know, I was getting distracted by things. And I'm gonna be honest. Remember how maybe at the start of the year I was like, "Yo, snowfall took over my life." Yeah, it happened again.
Really?
Oh, I'm watching Ozark right now, bro. I can't even lie, that shit is tough, and I'm hooked. But 2020.
Alright, well, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Make sure you go down there, like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.